What's up? This is Stream Together. We're watching Flcl. This is episode 3. I'm not gonna say the name because I'm gonna fuck it up. This episode made the most sense out of all the episodes to me. It's really weird still because the show has a format of it being super grounded, like it's trying to tell a real story about teenagers and angst and puberty and all this other shit, and then all of a sudden it goes into a crazy robot fight. This episode is different though, because they spent such a majority of it in the relationship part. Well, not relationship, but in the reality part of it, of the more grounded story. Where we follow Naota's class president named Ninamori, and we see her deal with the fact that her parents are going through some shit right now. Because her dad, who's the mayor, is banging the secretary. We see how this girl deals with all that shit. On top of that, she's trying to keep up a front to everybody else. Especially when they have a school play going on, and that school play may or may not be the Emperor's New Clothes. I don't fucking know. But she's casted herself and Naota as the leads. And she rigged it and tells Naota, I rigged it for us. And we get to see that Naota keeps somehow attracting these fucking girls. I don't know why, but it just constantly works that way. I say this episode is not only more grounded, but I think I'm starting to get it. From my understanding so far of this show, they lay out the plot of the episode, the theme, what they're going for. Whatever its problems are going on, and it comes to a climax. For example, in this episode, since we're watching Ninamori deal with her parents, the tabloid, and her dad cheating and all that other shit, we get to see that all of that shit is stacking up on her emotionally, as well as liking Naota and trying to cast him in the lead, trying to get him to be part of the lead, and all this other shit. He's just not having it because he's a fucking kid and he finds it fucking embarrassing. And it's stupid. They have a fucking argument in the middle of the class in which she tells him, I want you to do this, you're gonna stay for rehearsal. And he's like, no, it's embarrassing. And she goes, you're a fucking kid, it's always gonna be fucking embarrassing, but I wanna do it with you. He slaps the fucking hat off of her. She goes ahead and embarrasses him by pulling off his hat, which reveals that he has cat ears to the rest of the classroom. This is where it makes sense to me, because she touched those cat ears earlier on, where she was told by Haruko to not fucking touch them. Now I know why, because they're infectious, they're contagious. In fact, it just jumps from host to host. It seems like it's like a parasite. So, because she touched it earlier, and she revealed the cat ears to Naota, their emotions and the conflict at hand has reached the climax of the situation. And instead of resolving it in a manner that makes sense when it comes to a regular show or the way humans actually interact, they throw in the robot fight as a way to resolve those matters. So because she touched it, the ears are now on her, and now the robot comes out of those ears and it takes over her body. Naota is trying to save her, while at the same time, Haruko and TV Boy, who they settled on the name called Lord Kanti, based on the video game that the other girl from the other episode was obsessed with. They're trying to save this girl and fight the robot at the same time. The stupid robot on her head accidentally eats spicy ass curry and basically spits out the fucking girl just to go take a shit. And that's how the robot is defeated. By the end of the episode, we see her on the stage. Now, whether it resolved, whether this, what happened, none of that really gets told. We're not told any part of that. I think that's the point. I think that the robot fights are the resolution. We see it, the problem is gone, it's squared away, it's shoot under the rug. And I realize I probably look into this too much because it's a fucking comedy anime. There's so much like substance when it comes to real relationships and the way people act there. I just feel like there's a theme that they're going for every fucking time. The first one is just puberty. The second one seems to be something of loss, jealousy, and in love. And this one is just dealing with like the heartbreak of like her parents and her dad cheating, and she wants somebody to pay attention because she just wants her parents to be there. That's what she wanted the most. She didn't care that the play was shitty. She didn't care that Naoto-kun was going to do a really shitty job. Or what she cared about is that at the end of the day, after all the fucking tabloids talk all their shit and all this other dumb shit, they're going to do the play and her parents are going to be there watching together. This show is starting to surprise me little by little. I hope that the last three episodes are actually just as interesting, because I feel like so far this has been my favorite episode. But we'll see. Don't forget, I'm watching this dubbed on Funimation if you have the app. If you don't, you can watch the subtitles on Hulu, or you can probably find it somewhere on the internet. We're not stupid. You and I can understand. Follow along there. Follow me everywhere else. And I'll see you tomorrow.